Good morning. As we go to the chitas of the day, we are holding in the third. Today's Tuesday. We're holding the third reading in the portion of Boy. We are holding on chapter 10, verse number 24. Vayikra Parel Moshe. So Parel called Moshe. Vayemer, he told him, Lechu ivdu es Hashem. Go and serve God. What your flock and your cattle, Yutzag Yosh shall go, shall be left. You all can go. You all can go. Not only are we going to take our cattle, you're going to have to give us more cattle. You're going to have to give us more sheep. Because we're going to have this is a big festive, and we nearly die. So that's not alone will our livestock go, but you shall give us of your livestock or something else to sacrifice. We need to have we're having a big party. Verse 26, also our cattle will go, not a single hoof will remain. Because we're taking everything. We don't even know exactly how much we'll need until we arrive there. So therefore, we need to have whatever we have and even more. So Rashi says, how intense the worship will be, perhaps it will ask us for more than we possess. So therefore, we cannot go there and not have more than we need. Verse 27, God hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he said, oh no, I'm sorry, can I go? Pari said to him, I want you now to go away. Be careful, do not see my face again. Because the day you'll see my face, Thomas, you will die. Moshe said, you know what? You couldn't have said this statement earlier. I'm not going to see you again. You were spoken appropriately. You actually said this statement in the right time. It is true that I shall no longer see your face. So God said to Moshe, one more plague. I'm going to bring upon him one more plague. Then he will send you out of it. When he lets you out, he will complete you, drive you out from here. So therefore, verse number 2, Dabru da ba'azneam, speak to the ears of the people. Yishalu ish meisreo v'ish meisrusa, and let them go out and borrow from the Egyptians. Let them go out and borrow from the Egyptians silver vessels and golden vessels. Rashi that this is an only expression of request. No, Bakosha, please. The verse is saying, I asked you to warn them about this, to ask their neighbors for vessels, so that the righteous man Abraham will not say he fulfilled them his promise and will slaves them, oppress them, but he not fulfill the promise after go forth with a great possession. So therefore, I'm asking you for a favor. You should ask that everybody should ask from their friends, from their neighbors, give us as much silver and gold as you can. And what will happen? The wish to God, I will give favor in the Egyptian eyes. I will give favor in their eyes. Also, Moshe became a very highly esteemed. In the land of Moshe became very famous. He became highly esteemed in the land of Egypt and the eyes of Pharaoh. Ubein ha'am, in the eyes of the people. So therefore, I will put a chen, I will put a grace in the eyes of the nation of Egypt that they're going to give you whatever you want. And that completes the Chumash for today. We now go to the Tanya of the day. We are holding in chapter 15 of Tanya. So the Alter Rebbe is explaining. It says in the verse, you see the difference between a righteous man and a wicked man, and the one who serves God and the one who doesn't serve God. So the Alter Rebbe explained the verse that in the second expression, and the one who serves God and the one who doesn't serve God, is really that there are two kinds of middlemen. There's a middleman that is in the service, meaning he's in the battle, he's in the challenge. He realizes that if he's not in the challenge, then he's into his basic nature. So the Beinoni realizes he can always fall into and become a second nature in everything he does. So therefore, he's always challenging himself. He's always trying to go above and beyond his capabilities. And here the Alter Rebbe gives the analogy, beautiful analogy of the Gemara. The Gemara says, if Zev you mashakasav the Ovilikim, this will understand what the Gemara says. That what means a service of God? The Gemara asks the same question. What means one that serves God? And the Gemara answers, it means a guy who learns something 101 times. And what means one who doesn't serve God? If somebody only learns 100 times. So a guy who learns it 101 is a guy who serves God. A guy who only learns it over 100 is not called in the service of Gawai. Because in the times of the Talmud, in the time of the Talmud, every student would do chazara, very important word in education. Chazara, repeat, 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 repeat. They will repeat a subject 100 times. You should know one of the most powerful words in sale, how they made billions of dollars, is the word repeat. Repeat. On every bottle of shampoo, it says repeat. So everybody thinks they have to shampoo themselves twice. Repeat. You have to repeat. If you don't repeat, you're not clean. It needs to be repeat. You need to do in Hebrew what's called chazara, repeat. You cannot learn something one time. So the time of the Talmud, those days, there were no books around. Well, everything was learned on rolls of parchment. If you wanted to remember something, you needed to repeat. You couldn't go to the library, couldn't go to the bookshelf. You need to repeat, repeat, repeat. They learned everything 100 times. And the Gemara gives an analogy. What's the difference between 100 and 101? You shouldn't think that 100 to 101 is not a big thing. Actually, 100 to 101 is a big leap. Why? So the Gemara gives over there an analogy. The Gemara gives an analogy from the market. An analogy from the market of donkey drivers. So the Gemara gives an analogy from donkey drivers. That they rent out their donkeys and they charge one zuz for 10 paisi, Persian miles. Let's say one zuz for 10 miles, $1 for 10 miles. But 11 miles now it costs 2 zuzim. $2. So $1 for 10 miles, $2 for 11 miles. Wow, double the amount of money for one more mile? Yes, because these donkeys only travel naturally 10 miles. You want it to go 11 miles, one extra mile is double. Because that's not their natural way of doing things. So 1 mile more is double. 1 time. So the Gemara says, so too in learning. Since the natural way of learning was 100 times, so 101 is double. 101 is not just an extra time. Is the one extra time that I've learned is like the whole 100 times. Because the 100 is regular, and the one extra time is above the regular. The above the regular is as equal as all the whole regular. So too the Gemara says this 101, the one time, which goes beyond the normal, which he's used to, that one time is as all the 100 times. So the 100 times is $1. The one time is like the 100 times. That one extra time that a person goes a little bit above his nature, that one extra step is as the whole nature. It's more powerful than all the other 100 times that you did. So here the Gemara wants to tell us a very important lesson. That the difference between one who serves God and one who doesn't serve God. The one who doesn't serve God does it 100 times because that's his nature. The one who serves God is the one who goes a little bit above his nature. Doesn't say how much. 1 time more. So if you learn every day an hour, learn one day an hour and 5 minutes. That 5 minutes is more precious than the whole hour. Because that 5 minutes is above your nature. Always challenge yourself to go more than you naturally go. Always try to go above your nature. That's the avodah of a Beinoni that serves God. Trust me, doing something 100 times is unbelievable. If that's your nature, doing it 100 times is phenomenal. But that's your nature. You haven't challenged yourself. You have to take this analogy and bring it into everything in your life. If that's what I'm used to do something, even though it's wonderful, I'm doing it regularly, I have a schedule. Yiddishkeit demands to go a little bit more. Go a little bit more. Extend yourself a little bit more. Learn a little bit more. Daven a little bit more. Be friendly a little bit more. Give tzedakah a little bit more. Go above yourselves. That's the one who serves God. If you only go what your nature dictates, you're serving yourself. You're ultimately serving. And it's wonderful. It's good. We're not saying you did enough for sin. You're doing everything wonderful. But you're not serving God. Serving God means to go above yourself. So as the expression goes, give it till it hurts. If you're giving it because it feels good, it's wonderful, you're giving, give it till it hurts. It's got to hurt a little bit. It's got to be a little bit painful. No pain, no gain. There's got to be a little bit above one's nature. And that's servicing God. That's when we're in the service of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When in the service of God, not in the service of ourselves. It's a very powerful thing. For in order to change his habitual nature, so because he has to arouse, he must arouse in himself a love of God to go above my nature. And to say, you know what, I'm not going to do it because that's my natural phenomena. I'm going to do it because I want to serve God. I want to go a little bit higher. Again, I'm not talking about going big higher. One more time, one mile extra, 1 minute. Go 1 minute. Lishleit ala teva. And then you're going to master over yourself. The Bechala Smali, which is in the left side of the heart. Hamale dam nefesh abahamikli, which is full of blood, so to say, of the animal's soul originated from Klippa. Shemimena ba'ateva, from that side comes nature, wonderful nature. Talk about positive nature, still nature, still the natural force. We need to go above nature. We need to go above ourselves. And this is a service, a simple service of a middleman, of the one who serves God. So we have within the middleman the one who doesn't serve God. He's doing everything right, but he's doing it because Baruch Hashem, the Eibush to God, thank God that God gave him a good natural instinct to overcome his evil and not do bad and do everything right. But then you have the one who serves God, the one who goes a little bit beyond and above. An alternative type of service for a Beni is to arouse to the level of state of love of God inherently found hidden in his heart. To thereby control the nature of his left side of his heart. This is also called serving God. Not only to go above your nature, go out to war. Make a little fight, skirmishes. Make some skirmish, make some tactical fights. Start some little fires. Create some little action. Challenge yourself. Not just to go once a week, challenge yourself. Ask yourself, what's going on over here? Am I good? Can I be better? Because he awakens the love of God. So he says, wait a second. I need to awaken a little bit of a fight with my animalistic soul. However, he wages no war at all. When he doesn't have any war, not engaging even a lesser struggle, arousing a love of hidden within him, meaning when he studies only the limit of his natural distance, then although he employs his hidden love of God in his divine soul, yet this love itself can be no way decredited to his service. He is therefore called one who doesn't serve, serves him not. So to be designated one who serves God, the Beni must engage in a struggle with his evil inclination. You have to wake up a fight. Create a fight. I need to create a fight with my animalistic soul. And that wakens up my godly soul to say, listen, it's not the status quo is not good enough. I got to keep on going higher. And that awakens a little bit of a struggle, either through love of God born meditation or at least arousing his hidden love. Either way, you need to create a struggle. A struggle with my animalistic soul. So I need to create this fight, so to say, and I need to say, listen, everything is wonderful, but it always can be better. If good is good, is better not better? Better is always better. You know, the expression in by Chassidim would say, when it comes to physicality, then a person who the Mishnah says, Ezu Asher Hasemeach Bechelkai. Who is a wealthy man? A person who's happy with his lot. When it comes to physicality, that is the best statement that can be. But when it comes to spirituality, that's not a good statement. Never be happy with your lot. When it comes to spirituality, when it comes to good things, never say I'm happy with what I have. That's not good. Never be complacent in my spiritual journey in life. I always should want to be better. Always want to be better. Whether it's better between man and man, whether it's better between man and God, always say to yourself, I can be better. I can go higher. I can do more. I can be nicer. I can be holier. There's never a limit to that concept. There's always the capability of going better. And that completes the Tanya of the day. Today is the second day of the month of Shvat. The Tillim of the day is chapter 10 through chapter 17. Chapter 10 through chapter 17. If you'd say those 7 chapters, you would have done the chitas of the day. I wish you all a wonderful and beautiful day. And Mirshem will see you all tomorrow at 8 a.m. We will continue the chitas of the day.